Oh, come on. You couldn't hear the audio on that one? Oh, this one is legendary. That's crazy. Hold on. Let me get you guys a little sneak peek of this one. Can't believe you couldn't hear that one. YouTube does not want me to be great. This is crazy. Rise and shine, fam. All right, I'm about to give y'all a sneak peek of this audio. This one's good.
What will be the greatest thing that you ever do?
Yeah, that's wild.
Not what you've done, what you will do. What's the greatest thing that you will ever do? It's becoming the person that you're truly capable of becoming. Your future depends on what you do today. The best way to predict your future is for you to create it. Your future self will thank you.
The sacrifices that you make behind the scenes will determine the stages that you stand on. If we can see the broad stroke, the long term, the lifestyle change, then what we see in our head will become our reality. When you shift your paradigm, when you shift your thinking, only then what you see in your head, you will hold in your hand.
A great life, it doesn't happen by chance. It happens by design.
Woo! Hey, you see it. If you can hold it in your mind, you can hold it right here in your hand. Yo, YouTube did not want to give you guys the sauce. It is all good. Dreamers, hope everybody is feeling good, vibrating high. Let me get IG live on here as well. Good morning. Good morning. Fresh start to the week. TG, I am the growth includes Monday. We got the whole squad tapped in today. Lady Boss Nikki, Shane, and Talina in the building. JoJo, I love to see it. Hope everybody is doing great so far. I'm fired up. We've got so many amazing things here in the works and on the way. It's hard to contain all this excitement. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and dive into today's topic. Right, today we're going to be talking about 10 rules to go ahead and ride the ride of a lifetime. Right, I'm telling you guys right now, this is a window of opportunity to go ahead and take advantage, take heed for what is here and what is to come. So let's get a little bit of gratitude down below. This is going to be a training you are not going to want to forget, and not only a training to go ahead and take in, but this is a great training to go out and teach, right? To go ahead and share your story with, because I'm telling you right now, this is not just riding the bus for the business. This is riding the bus for life. So I'm excited. Let's get a little bit of gratitude down below. We are outside. You are ready. No, we are tapped in. So here we go. Grateful for God, family. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful for the morning rituals. Today is actually a very special day. Today is day 360. Go ahead and get your days down below. How many days have you guys been running the play for nobody else but for yourself? So pretty powerful to see. I see you guys have been on it, and I'm not surprised by you're manifesting so many amazing things inside of your life. Lady Boss Nikki, day 350, 15 days away for 365 for a full year of putting the vision down and making it clear so those that see it can pick it up and run with it. So I'm proud of you. Let's go, Queen. Here we go. I'm grateful for the systems. I'm grateful for the leadership. I'm grateful for the access that we have. I'm so thankful for the times that we're living in to be alive, because they're going to be writing history books about 2023 and what it is that we did right here. So let's get into it. You ready? Grateful for life, for breath, for health. 28 days posting on the podcast. Congratulations. You see, the growth is evident, right? We laid out the plan, we're executing, and now we're starting to go ahead and reap the harvest. So listen, this is just the beginning. Grateful for you guys. Here we go. 10 keys for the ride of a lifetime. Y'all ready? This is a good one. So this is actually a training from J.A. Wall. Those of you guys that had a chance to go ahead and catch the vision call. But let me tell you, even me listening to this training, this is one that I'm never gonna forget. 11:11, paint your vision. So here we go. Let's get into it, right? He talked about the only way to get out of the system, right? To break out of the matrix, to break out of the usual of what everybody typically knows, is to go ahead and continue to grow and develop, right? That's first thing first. So this whole training is going to be about growing and developing. Now let's go ahead and get into it, right? When he talked about elevation, drop a 2 down below if you guys have ever heard the phrase, you go fast by yourself, or you go far with the family, right? You know the difference, right? You go fast by yourself, but you go far with the family. Well, it took me a little while to realize that. But when it finally started to click, because I've been an athlete my whole life, it started to make sense why people say teamwork makes what? Makes the dream work. So the first exercise that he went and he actually that he broke down was called the New York Symphony. And I love this because this was such a great visualization to just show how important that every player is, how important that every one of us playing a role all correlates to this end goal, right? So if you guys have never seen the New York Symphony, you can go ahead and take the time to go on YouTube and look this up, but you're going to notice this massive symphony that's playing in amphitheaters. It takes each individual person playing their instrument to go ahead and make and create this beautiful sound. So the reason why I say that is to go ahead and preface this training is for you to go ahead and understand and understand your voice matters. Your story more powerful than you'll ever know. The greatness that's inside, that's waiting, that's screaming to get out. Now is the time. There's never been a better time than right here, right now, to go ahead and unleash what is inside and what's within, right? So your voice matters. It's going to take all of our voices to go ahead and allow this symphony to play beautifully. And the way we do that is each by laying our brick as best as we can lay it every day. So let's get into it, right? Einstein talked about something that's very profound. There's multiple leaders that you can go back and look at this, but Einstein was a great example that he talked about. He said Einstein was not driven by money. Einstein was driven by something great, right? Einstein could have quit a long time ago. Thomas Edison could have quit a long time ago after failing 9,999 times, but they weren't driven by money. They were driven to do something great. They were driven to do something that was bigger than themselves. And that's what this is all about. True life, when you really realize that real fulfillment comes from giving service, being able to be a person to give back, to go ahead and give value. And that became part of my life mission, right? Impact 1 billion. That's what that's all about. Using each other's strength, using a collective community, because none of this can be done alone. So let's get into it, right? When we're going after something great, here's 10 rules to go ahead and ride the ride of a lifetime. Number one, first one's going to be to know that we are the drivers of the bus. Yes, we have the wheel. We are in control of our life. Jim Rohn says it's not about what's going on in the news. It's not about what's going on externally or even in the economy. Here's the truth. We can change our own economy, right? It finally is a part of my everyday. I love it. I love it. Riding the bus, okay? We are the drivers. At the end of the day, we get to control the information that we're listening to. Even though there's so much negativity online, on the news, on social media, guess what? We have access to things like books. We have access to audios. We have access to mentorship. We have access to this academy. So at the end of the day, we are the X factors. We are the drivers of the ship here. We're the drivers of the boat. We're the drivers of the vehicle to our success. That's going to be number one, okay? Exactly, the energy bus. Yes, right? We're the light. Don't let other individuals dim your light because they cannot see your vision, because we are the drivers, okay? It took me a long time to realize that. For a long time, I was asking the right questions, but to the wrong people. And they told me, D, I don't know if trading is going to be able to work for you. I don't know if you're ever going to be able to actually make this happen. You know what I learned a long time ago? If I let other people's decisions run my life, guess who's driving the bus? Are we driving the bus or are they driving the bus? You see, what happens for a lot of us along the course of a period of our life, we end up letting somebody else drive our bus. That's why they say if we don't go after our dreams, we're going to be fit into somebody else's dreams and plans. It took me a little bit to realize that, but getting out of college, the light bulb clicked. I wanted to be the driver of the bus. I wanted to go ahead and make it a point to allow others to see that we have the control. So that's number one. Love that. We're the drivers of the bus. You ready? Number two. Number two is going to be desire, vision, and focus. Moving in the right direction. Three things. It's going to take desire. It's going to take a certain level of focus. And it's definitely going to take a depth of vision to be able to keep moving in the right direction. Drop a 3 down below if you guys have had people in your journey already that have told you, I don't know if this is going to be able to work. I don't know if you're going to be able to actually make this happen. This seems like one of those things. Go ahead and I'll drop mine down below because I've been there as well. I've had it this whole time along the journey. You know what it took? It took a different level of desire to keep studying, to wake up earlier, to stay up later than most people are willing to do. It took a different level of focus, right? During the summertime, there's a lot of people right now, even with this last month of summer, that are still going to be going out. They're still going to be going out to the parties. They're still going to be wasting a lot of time, while the 5% understands that this is one of the biggest advantages that we can take right now. While many are letting off the gas, guess what we're doing? We're putting our foot onto the gas, right? We're compounding all of this momentum. First business, look at that. Look at that, JoJo. My first business was named Fad Vision, Family, Attitude, Desire, Vision. I love it. Stop counting at 500. Facts. It's true, right? Desire. It's going to take a different level of desire. It's going to take a deep level of focus. And it's absolutely going to take a depth of vision, right? This is a long-term play. I want you guys to understand this. Anytime I'm bringing somebody inside of this business, I'm letting them know honestly, this is not something that you want to come in and tiptoe. If you want to come in and test this out for 30 days, hold your money. Keep it. I don't want it. You're better off holding your money. Okay, this is something that you're going to come into for an 18-month commitment minimum, right? These are lifelong skill sets. Let me ask you this. Would you rather work 40 years for somebody else, or would you rather take 3 to 5 years part-time to go and open up the next 40 years of your life? You see, we don't have to force anybody with this. We're not salesmen. We're simply educating on information that's been able to change a lot of situations. So expectations is everything. Planting the right expectations, the right seeds is huge. Okay, so it's going to take a long-term commitment. Understand that us learning about crypto, e-commerce, this is setting us up for not just years, this is setting up generations to come. This information is serious. That's why some that treat it like a hobby get paid like a hobby. Some that treat it like a 6-7 figure skill set, that's exactly how it pays. But it's going to take those 3 things, right? Desire, vision, and focus. Number 3 is going to be fueling the ride, right? Fueling the ride with positive energy. This is why every day when we wake up, family, I cannot tell you how excited it makes me feel to wake up and see the group chat lit up. To see everybody already, you're dropping your journals, you're dropping the books that you read, you're dropping your morning run, your alkaline, right? Your whole foods for the morning. All of that is bringing fuel to the fire. You guys realize that, right? I want you to think about it. Every time that you drop a comment, every time you drop a post, you drop a like, you drop a video, that is throwing fuel onto the fire. That's throwing logs onto the fire. And guess what? Here's the way the law of attraction works. When we go ahead and light ourselves on fire, the world, okay, is going to come for miles to come and watch us burn, to come and get a piece of this positivity, to come and get a glimpse of this energy, of this knowledge, of this value, right? So fueling the ride with positivity is everything. Money chases energy. If you guys haven't realized that already, right? Those that live in a depressed state, living in lack, saying, oh, why does this always happen to me? And they wonder why life keeps bringing them negative situations into their life, because their energy is low. They're living at a dull frequency. Guess what? I know what that's like. We all go through ups and downs through life. The key is to not go ahead and get stuck in the ruts. In fact, the times that are troubling, the times where there seems like there's problems, the times where it seems like there's character building days, this is gas on the fire. This is when we really figure out who we are. A couple of the mentors were talking about the other day. They said, you know what's funny about the tough days? They say hard days don't bring out the best people. They reveal true character. They don't bring out character. They reveal the true character. So many of you guys I've watched you these past couple months. This is why you're coming out an absolute savage, because you've been able to build a different level of character coming out than we actually came in. So I started to respect the journey. I started to love the process, because no matter what's going on, eventually you start to realize nothing is happening to us. Everything's happening for us. It goes right back to energy. So how can we wake up every day fueled with energy and fired up? I don't know about you, family, but it gets me ecstatic to know that I can breathe, that I'm alive. We say it every day. What are we grateful for? All of these things, that should be enough fuel and energy to go out and dominate the day. We're breathing. We have a chance. I have family members that are paralyzed. I have family members that are disabled, that can't walk. So to me, to be able to take the little things for granted is one of the easiest ways to steal our energy. So that's going to be number 2. Bring the energy every day. It's a blessing to be able to wake up, let alone to live in America, let alone be able to take action with everything that we have, right? I was just over in Mexico, okay? You see, on the way to Mexico, when you go to Cancun, you've got to go through some really dark slum parts of Mexico, right? Pretty much a third world country. And I can tell you, I've seen some pretty disgusting parts over there. That just goes to show how easy it is for some of us to take this for granted. There was people that were 16 years old working in the resort like they're absolute adults. They're on it. They're courteous. They're there whenever you need them. People in different countries treat this opportunity completely different. Why? Energy. Because they understand what it could do for anybody. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3, let's keep it moving. Number 3 is going to be number 4, inviting people on your bus. Okay, number 4, inviting people on your bus to share your vision for the road ahead. How many, think about it, a couple of you guys have done this. Drop a 1 down below if you guys have actually introduced this skill set to somebody else and you've been able to see them take it to a whole different level. Drop a 1 down below. If you guys have been able to expose this skill set to somebody else and they've been able to take it to a completely different level. I can give you an example for everybody on this call. Lady Boss Nikki completely changed her life when she got introduced to trading, right? JoJo, she's literally top 10 inside of the company for sales inside of her e-commerce store. She really knew nothing about this before, right? Shane and Talina created a global brand that's now worn by educators inside of the company, right? You guys are learning skill sets that I'm telling you right now, you never know what the newest person could run and take this with. So it just goes to show how powerful it is to share your story, to share the value that we have, because you never know. Lady Boss Nikki, right? She knows a young queen, Grace. She saw this skill set from one of my YouTube videos when I was pretty much 18 years old. And it absolutely changed her life to where she didn't even end up going to college. She ended up learning trading full time. So when you start to see that this skill set is so much bigger than us, you start to realize that we're not just learning these skill sets just for you and I. This is for generations and the people that are around us looking to learn as well. Okay. Number 5, don't waste energy for those who don't get on the bus. Don't waste energy for those who don't get on the bus. Here's what I've learned. Ready? Along this road, there's going to be people that tell you no. There's going to be people that tell you not right now. But you know what's funny? I've had individuals that watched me for months, that watched me for a year, that watched me for years. That there was finally that one day where they're going to work. They say, you know what? I'm finally sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm ready to do something different. And they're like, you know what? Send me the link. I'm ready to get into crypto. Lady Boss Nikki, she just dropped in the chat. She had somebody reach out yesterday. I've been seeing how consistent you are. I see you're serious with crypto. How do I learn? How can I go ahead and get me some value too? You see, people are dying to have the access that we have. Quit school, earning salaries under 21. Facts. So this is real. This is real stuff. Inbox is popping right now. So don't be afraid to talk about the power of crypto. Don't be afraid to talk about what it is that we're learning with e-commerce, because I'm telling you, 95% of the world is living paycheck to paycheck. 95% of the world is wondering how they can make another stream of income tomorrow. So it's not a matter of if people want to learn these skill sets, it's just a matter of when are they ready to go ahead and take action. That's why, if you haven't noticed yet, network marketing is one of the biggest industries that creates the most millionaires outside of real estate. Why? Because of this exact reason. Public education can make a living. Self-education can make a fortune. Well, guess what we are? We're essentially a self-education platform. They don't teach this in schools. Family and friends aren't really talking about this type of information. We have access to it, right? So here's number 6. Don't worry about people that get on the bus. You're going to start tracking the right people as number 5. Number 6 is going to be post a sign that says no energy vampires on my bus. Oh, this was great. Post a sign that says no energy vampires on my bus. You want to know what the easiest way to do this is? This is by leading by example, right? One of the things that I noticed along the journey is those that just flash money, those that just flash materialistic things. Guess what they attract? People that just want materialistic things. People that just come in, they want to make $1,000 in 2 weeks, but they never did any work. So you know what? So I started to realize, I started just to study those that are winning at a high level, those that are really duplicating leaders. And you know what they were doing? Yes, they might have a little bit of lifestyle inside of it, but what people truly respected was the value that they brought to the marketplace. That's the difference. What is the value that we're bringing every single day? That's the real reason why people are going to watch and tune into our shows every day. What are they learning? What are they gaining from us every day? Just like Jim Rohn says, what's the value that we can give to the marketplace? Because we get paid for the value that we bring. So every day I'm thinking about, what value can I give to the listener? What can they take away from this message that they can go out and say, that was a law of increase. I literally got a little bit of increase getting off that call, getting off that video, getting off that story, reading that message. And I can promise you, just with that little shift, so much is going to change. The influence, the impact is going to be astronomical because now we're moving in unison, right? So that's number 6, leading by example. As we start to document the journey, here's what happened to me. When I started to document the journey of leading by example, leading with excellence, getting up early, doing the morning rituals, hitting the gym, I started to weed out the negative people in my life. You know what I started to attract? The people who had that same type of energy, the people who wanted to work out, the people who wanted to get up early, the people who were ready for change. So documentation is one of the easiest ways we can get out energy vampires out of our life. Because guess what? Like attracts like. We put out a Facebook page with cats, we attract cats. Put out a Facebook page with sports, we attract people that like sports. We put out excellence, we are going to attract excellence, and we're going to weed out the energy vampires. This is huge. This is keys right here. You ready? Number 7. I got 4 more for you. Stick with me. We're almost done. Number 7. Enthusiasm attracts passengers and energizes them on the ride. Once again, if you haven't realized how much your energy plays a role, let me be the first to tell you, your energy matters. Every day that you show up, yes, your energy is important. Your good morning, your morning rituals, everything that you're doing on your stories, videos, in the chat, I promise you people are watching you. Even if they don't comment, even if they don't like, watch this, pay attention. Go put out a post and then go look at your story, and you're going to notice you're going to have more eyeballs on your story than you will interactions on your post. Why? People like to watch. People like to creep. But I can promise you, if you bring that energy every day, if you stay consistent with that energy does not get destroyed, nor does it get created. You see, energy, just like right now, you feel it? Energy is only transmuted. That energy goes through the screen. So bring that energy every day. And I can promise you, even if you're not getting the message, the DM, I can tell you every day, think about it like a string. Okay, think about people looking at you like a string. And every day you put that content out, you're cutting at that string. And eventually, guess what? That string is going to snap and they're finally ready to go ahead and take the jump. If you haven't noticed yet, guess what? It takes 5 to 12 exposures for most people to join your business. If you don't believe me, let me ask you that same question. How many times did you get exposed before you finally said, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready to go ahead and take the jump. It took you a couple of times, right? You got to see maybe a couple of stories, a couple of videos, maybe you saw an event or two, and then you finally made the decision. Why? Because you saw the energy was consistent. You see, people don't take you serious until they know what? Until they know that you're serious and not curious. It took me a little bit to realize that, but that's the truth. Ready? 28 days. Facts. Here we go. Check this out. Bobby P. Number 8. Ready? 3 more. Number 8 is going to be love your passengers. Okay? Love. I don't know if you guys realize this. Stick with me. I got 3 more. Love is one of the most powerful emotions on the emotional guidance scale when you guys look at it. So here's the deal. Living with revenge, living with envy, living with jealousy, there's nothing more poisonous than living with that, right? So when you start to realize that no matter who anybody is in life, moving with love is going to allow so much weight to be lifted, right? Bobby P even said that. Imagine the worst thing that somebody did to you, right? And you could completely let go of that weight. How much lighter do you feel? So being a person to move with love, I promise you every day, when you go out to the gas station, when you go out in the grocery store, giving a smile, opening the door, energy always comes back. Energy is always reciprocated. So being able to move with love is one of the most powerful things that all of us can do in unison, because now we're going to make a huge, I'm telling you, a huge movement based on God, based on love, based on passion, based on excellence. These are the standards that we hold. Okay. Number 9. 9 is going to be driven with purpose. Driving this bus with purpose. You see, inside of Think and Grow Rich, he talks about a DMP, right? Cedric in the building. I see you, brother. Absolutely, right? It goes both sides. Nobody ever became great without haters. That's going to be a part of the journey, but we love them. We love them both on both sides, right? So number 9 is going to be driven with purpose, having a DMP, a definite major purpose. When we get clear on what it is that we're here to do, everything starts to shift, right? I want to give you guys the 4 things, right? When you think about purpose, here's the 4 things I want you to think about. You can draw this on your paper. Purpose, priorities, actions, results. So when we get our purpose aligned, the priorities start to shift. A lot of the things that we started that we used to say yes to, now we're focused. Now we have standards. Now we have core values. Our time is too valuable to be scrolling. Our time is too valuable during this season to be hanging out with those that don't see the vision for a certain period of time, right? You see that? Now the priorities start to change. Now our actions change. Now we spend more time building our business. We spend more time personally developing ourselves. We spend more time building relationships. And guess what? The results start to follow. We spent more time trading. We spent more time building our e-commerce store. Guess what? Funny how it is. Kachings are rolling in. Withdrawals are just coming in from all different angles. Well, why did that happen? Because we aligned all these 4. Our definite major purpose started to align our priorities. Our priorities got into our actions. Our actions led to our results. So that's huge. Last but not least, here's number 10. Let's put a bow tie on this thing. Last but not least, number 10 is going to be have fun and enjoy the ride. Have fun. Let's enjoy the ride. I was over here in Cancun, and it was the funniest thing, right? When you go ziplining, okay, I've only been ziplining one time in my life, right? But when I went ziplining, it was only like one thing. You're really high and you go from one spot to the other. But here's what happened, right? We took a zip line and we're going over this crazy jungle with this amazing scenery. And then we get to this tower, and then we have to climb up this next tower. And then we go on a zip line, and then we go all the way to the next one. And then we climb up this tower, and then we go all the way to the next one. And it just had me thinking that so many of us are so focused on the destination. We're so focused on getting to that spot that we forgot about how beautiful, how fun the journey actually is. The person that we become along the way, the views that we see as we're going down these different paths, down these different roads that we've never been before. It's exciting. It's fulfilling. And it's a beautiful part of life. So let's have fun. Let's enjoy the ride and know that this is a time where we can settle not just ourselves, but generations to come by getting up every day, having fun. This is fun to me. How fun is it to wake up and become the best version of yourself, to go out and create new relationships, to go out and create a brand for yourself, to go and help create impact in others? To me, I love every bit of this. Nothing to me is a have to. All of this is a get to. And when that shift happens, everything starts to change. This isn't work. Work is not work when you're doing what you love. And I love to see all of you grow. I love to bring out the best. That's my new high. That became my new addiction, to see you become the best version of yourself. Jay talked about it last night. He said, you know what's cool? It's cool to make $100,000 trading. That's wonderful. But you know what's even more awesome? If I help 100 people make $1,000. That's even more cool. Because what if some of those 100 people, what if one of them is out in Nigeria and they don't have money to eat? They don't have money for food. What if them is a family that's about to get divorced and they have children and they don't have money to pay their bills? You see, this is bigger than money. This is bigger than you and I. This is so much deeper than what meets the eye. And when you really realize that, I'm not just getting up for me anymore. You're not just getting up for you. This is for those that are around us, because you never know what this impact can do when we light our candle to go and light countless others. So family, that's my training for you guys on how to go ahead and understand the 10 rules for riding the ride of a lifetime inside of our lives, so we can all go out and create a life by design. So I love you guys. Drop some 10s down below. If you got any value, smash that like button. And if nobody told you yet today, I'm proud of you. I'm excited. I'm so grateful to know we're with the right people, the right place at the right time, and we are just getting started. Dream Team, I love you, fam. Have a great week. Remember, it's your favorite entrepreneur. We can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hands. Let's have a great end to the month. July, we are jumping to new levels. Dream Team, let's go. It's game time.